to last my lifetime, and I think I have the ability left to go play at a high level. Rivers added, quote, I can say for certain that if I'm playing, it's a 2-year maximum. Whoever the suitors are, I think that would be their hope as well because you never know how it goes. Shoot, if we stink it up after 1 year, I'm probably done. If we play really good, they'll probably want to go again, end quote. Very realistic's the perfect word. He's saying, like, I'm not trying to sign some, like, big 5-year deal. 2 years, that's what he's saying he feels comfortable with and what he's got left to give. What do you think?
I love that.
On that.
I love that. I love that he's honest about it. He says, listen, 2-year deal. It makes sense for them, makes sense for me. After 1 year, if I'm cooking, we'll keep cooking. But if not, we're going to move on.
Let's talk about a few other quarterbacks whose off seasons are up in the air. We've got Pats QB, Tom Brady. He's a free agent in March. Panthers quarterback Cam Newton still waiting for the organization to figure out what they do with him. We're trying to get him healthy as he recovers and rehabs from a foot injury. So if you were a general manager, let's just use those three. And there's more. There's plenty more free agent quarterbacks. Which of those three, CC, would you choose to have on your team for the next 2 years? The Phillip Rivers plan. Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady, or Cam Newton?
It's Brady, no question for me. Just because, I mean, there's no really question about his play. It was just the players around him. And I think, you got Rivers, the question with his arm, Cam, the question with his foot. But Tom Brady, I mean, he's as healthy as can be, it seems like. And you put some players around him, he can take you back to the Super Bowl and probably win at 7,
I'm going with Tom Brady. I agree with you,
really?
CC. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. When you think about what Tom Brady did last year, we were questioning his defense. Defense stepped up. Then we were questioning his offensive players around him. He still made it to the playoffs, and he had a good season. And it wasn't like there were balls that were skipping on the ground. The only criticism I have for Tom Brady is that he didn't want to take any shots, and he was getting rid of that ball a little sooner than expected. If there was any collapse in that pocket, he was getting rid of that ball before the pressure got to him. I think it's age, and it's just, I'm not going to sacrifice my body and take a shot to the chin if there's nobody catching the rock.
One shot, he'll be done.
Yeah.
At this point.
At this age.
Yeah, so I think it is age, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to turn 43 in August.
Yeah.
43. I know Testaverde played late into his mid-40s, and there's been guys, but 43 is so old, and yet I don't think this is even a conversation. I'm going with Tom Brady also. It's just the institutional knowledge of being a champion and what he brings to an organization. If he was to have a fresh start somewhere, he day one can look at every young man in that room and say, here's how you become a champion, and here is the standard I'm going to set. And that immediately makes your franchise better. His play on the field, to CC's point, was not bad last year. He was throwing to rookie wide receivers and a bunch of guys who were in and out of the lineup and on the practice squad. I think if Tom Brady was to go somewhere new or back to New England, he could still play at that same level. He just needs the help around him.
43. Why, when he turned 40, was this a huge conversation at the table? And now 43, which is absolutely unprecedented territory. No quarterback in the NFL has hit 1,000 yards through the air at that age. No quarterbacks started more than 6 games at that age. Why are we so convinced this is the best idea for 2 years from an age standpoint?
Because if you look at since 40, he's been a Super Bowl champion since then. And
MVP since then.
And MVP since then. And then on top of that, quarterbacks don't get hit like they used to. So this isn't the game where a 40-year-old is out there getting beat up by 25-year-olds. They are very protected in a new way that the rules and regulations are set up surrounding keeping quarterbacks safe and keeping them healthy. So he can last another few years. Now, if Cam Newton was healthy, I'm answering this question completely different. It's Cam Newton hands down.
Is it?
Yeah, really? I would still say Brady.
I would say Cam Newton.
I would take Brady right now over a healthy Cam Newton.
I wouldn't. I would take a healthy Cam Newton because
if you're starting a new era of a team, I want that Brady excellence. I want that Brady on the banners. I want Brady. Cam Newton healthy is a wonderful player. He's not the Tom Brady, set the tone, this is how everyone in the organization is going to aspire to be. I want Brady as my core piece, and then you build around Brady just for the off-the-field stuff and the stuff in the locker room. Cam Newton's a wonderful player.
Brady comes in and immediately sets the standard for your organization.
Yeah.
This is how, like you said, this is how you become a champion. I can show you guys how to do it. Follow me.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Listen, he's a leader. He sets the standard. He has a Jordan effect. He made guys better. Yet and still he couldn't do that with the group of wide receivers he's playing with this year. What? For a healthy Cam Newton, excuse me, CC, let me finish my point. For a healthy a healthy Cam Newton would have been able to get out the pocket in some of those balls that he threw away last year.
Do you ever, when you're saying these things, do you ever feel yourself being like, I'm the guy who's talking about the guy that was really good 6 years ago?
Yeah, but that's why I said a healthy Cam Newton.
But why are you so convinced that I mean, I just don't know. I feel like 2015 was a long time ago. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
It was
here.
for sure. That's why I preface it.
Brady was just in the Super Bowl.
A healthy Cam Newton, with the way that the successful offenses are ran, just think about the quarterbacks that are in the postseason this year. The quarterbacks that were in the postseason: Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. Oh, and the guy that used his legs more than expected, Patrick Mahomes, who won the Super Bowl. So when pockets break down, like they did a lot for Tom Brady this year, the only option was for him to either be sacked or throw the ball away.
Yeah.
When a healthy Cam Newton is in the pocket and it breaks down, he can tuck and run and be as explosive or as dynamic as any running back. That's why I'm saying if Cam Newton is healthy, yeah, I would take him right now over Tom Brady.
Let me open this up to Cece. You're a Raiders fan. I'm taking a team that is going to a new building, has to sell tickets, wants to sell the thing.
Ooh.
What's a sexier thing on that mantra? And what's a more exciting thing? Tom Brady or Cam Newton as the quarterback of the Raiders?
It's Tom Brady, for sure. And Residency, 2-year residencies. It's just, but like I said, it just sets the standard. Like, he walks into the building, and this is how you need to win the Super Bowl. He can tell you, walk you all the way through it. It's like when I walked into Yankee Stadium and Derek Jeter's there. I'm following everything he's doing. He's won 5 times at the time, I'm following him. And Andy Pettit and Mariano Rivera. Like, you follow these guys. These guys are champions, and you do what they do.
I can't even argue with that. No, that's pretty good. I can't even argue with Jeter talk, but I hear what you guys are saying, but there's no concern about the older quarterbacks sitting in the pocket and not being able to move. Like, I'm not going to call these guys dinosaurs or extinct, but it seems like the quarterback that can't move in the pocket is slowly but surely getting phased out of the NFL.
I'm just not convinced Cam Newton can move in the pocket right now.
Oh, of course.
Be able to.
So
it sort of evens itself out. The money has to come into play at some point. And I know we're talking about your specific teams here, but Cam's a deal at 20, right?
He's a deal at 20.
Brady's going to command a higher market on that. I loved, Schrager, when you were talking about Tom Brady being the guy that can reset things, and you're talking about the standard release. Isn't he going to have to do that? Is this the same old Patriots in 2020? You lose Gronk, Dante Scarnecchia, a huge piece, the best offensive line coach in NFL history, in my opinion, is done. That's huge. We know Brady likes to not, get hit on the chin like you're talking about. Julian Edelman's not getting any younger. This is a new team. So even if Brady stays there, aren't the Patriots flipping a page anyway? Yeah,
and this is the first time in 9 years they didn't play for an AFC championship game. So you're coming off a wounded Patriots team where they're not the hunted anymore. They're kind of the hunters. And if that, they're ascending or descending downwards in the eyes of many people, that whatever version of the Patriots we saw last year, this isn't the big and mighty Patriots. Like, Ryan Tannehill just came in your building and beat you guys in Foxborough, and you guys whimpered out of the playoffs. So I think with all the players leaving, you mentioned Gronk and Edelman getting older, and then you also add in maybe a Matthew Slater's not there, or Kyle Van Noy's not there, or Devin McCourty's not there. Like, this does feel like a turning of the page, and yet Brady's the most consistent piece. He's been there since 2000, so you almost feel like as long as you have Brady, you've got a chance.
Yeah.
So is Brady's future totally in his hands? Is it up to him completely?
I think so. I think so. I think he wants a certain amount of respect and money from the Patriots, but I think that the fact that he set this up where they can't franchise tag him and he's going to hit free agency for the first time in his career was on his terms. And I don't think he did that to just kind of leverage and get a couple more $1 million from the Kraft family. I think he wants to see what else is out there and what his family can be provided with.
They set this up, he set this up so they can't franchise him, and more importantly, they can't move on without him. Because Brissett was there, he's gone. Garoppolo was there, he's gone. Like, Brady played so well that he put his team in a position where he's like, hey, go ahead and trade these dudes behind me because I'm still the man. And now, what are they going to go with?
Me or Andy Dalton, pick one. That kind of thing?
Exactly. And I feel like with where Tom Brady is in his career, he has put the ultimate pressure on this organization. It's very similar to Jordan in his last years with the Bulls, where Jordan was like, I'm about to negotiate these one-year deals, man. And I'm going to make, $28 million or $31 million, whatever it was at the time. And everybody was thinking I remember I was as a fan, why is Jordan just doing one-year deals? Because he could. And now the team has to pay him because there was no backup plan to Jordan.
Do you feel like the Patriots feel like they have to pay Tom Brady? Doesn't some of this, it's not wholly in Tom Brady's hands if the outcome of this and what happens is predicated on what the Patriots are willing to give him? You think the Patriots are going to break him off 37,
I don't
36?
think, I honestly, I don't know what the Krafts are thinking. I don't know what Belichick's thinking. I know Belichick's got a lot of pride too, saying, hey, I'm a pretty good coach myself. But I can't imagine that fan base being okay with them saying, well, we just, Brady wanted this and we're just not willing to pay him that much.
Fair.
I don't know how that would go over in Boston.
Let me guess, CC, pay the man?
Pay the man. But he absolutely set it up like a hooper. He set it up like LeBron, like these guys, where he making them put talent around them. If you don't put talent around me, I'll go be a free agent and play somewhere else where they got some players.
That's facts.
There's a sound
out there, the love that they were showing was like unreal. It was unmatchable.
All right, so it was a wild scene out there. What was the craziest thing that you saw during this whole 24-hour period?
Oh, man. I believe the fans, and I think this one guy climbing a tree, man, his pants was like halfway off of him.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that was probably the craziest moment ever, yeah.
That guy's getting a ring, I heard.
Oh, yes. He should definitely win a ring for that.
You posted this incredible video of yourself right after the game, soaking in the win. What's going through your mind in that moment?
Man,
look at this.
Just enjoying the moment, feeling it. We just won a Super Bowl. I really didn't know how to feel. And I was like, you know what? This is only God, so I wouldn't have made an angel.
Oh, no kidding.
Amen.
That's why you did that? That's a beautiful thing.
Exactly what I would do if I wasn't Super Bowl right there.
That's very different from the pantsless tree climber. That is a real pure celebration. We've talked a lot about the 4th and 1 spin play, all right? You were one of the spinners in the play. We heard the story. Coach Eric Bieniemy took it from the 1948 Rose Bowl. You're down on the goal line. A couple questions. When the spin play happened, when you guys installed it, like you were like, you got to be kidding me. You want to do what? What was it like?
I mean, Andy always come with great plays, and it's always like a trick play that we always have every week. And you always want to be a part of that play. It looks cool. And then for it to always work in the game, that's something you always want to be a part of. And it was working.
So it's a 4th down. You know, the Philly special, the Eagles did a lot, also came on 4th down. When this call comes in the huddle, what's the name of the play?
It's just called Rose Bowl.
Rose Bowl?
It's actually called Rose Bowl.
So when they come in and Pat says Rose Bowl, are you surprised? Are you excited? How do you feel?
Man, you just feel excited because you know you got the spin going on. So you know what I'm saying? It's our trick play, our first trick play of the game, and you hit the spin and everybody be like, whoa, what is that? But we know we're just trying to make a sudden movement to trick the defense, and hopefully we did that.
Without giving too many of the secrets away, how many trick plays did you guys go into the game plan with?
Oh, man. I'll say about 10 around.
10?
Yeah.
Did you think you were going to run Rose Bowl, or was it like it was part of the plan for sure?
It's always a short yardage play. So whenever we get in a short yardage play, there's always a chance that it could be called.
That's so cool.
That's what's up, man. Now, how about this for things coming full circle? Your uncle, Marcus Robinson, was one of my teammates, and not just a guy that I knew, one of my favorite teammates. Oftentimes, I quote him on the show, gave me some of the best advice that I've ever heard in my life, which was, there's enough food on the table for everybody to eat.
Minnesota.
We can beat it for the same spot. And there he is right there.
Great player.
Thinking about my guy having my back.
Great player.
You see me trying to make a play, and he is cleaning up dudes.
Yeah, he is.
As I'm trying to get busy. Shout out to Imrov. So has he given you advice before big games or even moments like you guys seen in the postseason?
It would just be like, it's a regular game. Don't let your emotions take over the best, and just go out and have fun. Y'all been doing this ever since you was little kids, and just go out and have fun.
It probably wasn't fun to be down 10, right? Down 10 in the 4th quarter, the clock
never fun to be down.
ticking away. But that was your story all season long. What is Patrick Mahomes saying to you as you're looking to mount that comeback?
Just everybody stay calm. We've been in this moment before, and we know what we have to do to get jobs done. Coach gonna call us a play that'll spark us, and all it takes is one play for somebody to spark us, and we start rolling. Once somebody spark it, everybody pick on and feed from that.
We know Mahomes is pretty special. Why do you think he's so special personally?
Man, he never gets fazed by anything. If he throws an interception, if one of us drops a ball, we just come to each other, talk to each other about the play, and we just move on to the next play. One play don't cause the whole game, and just keep your head above and move on to the next play.
DeMarcus, what changed in the 4th quarter? So different those final 6 or 7 minutes to the 3 quarters before it. What changed?
I would just say just our confidence, just knowing what we had to do, looking at Andy Reid, knowing that he'd been in this moment before, and we wanted to do it for Andy. That's our coach, Big Red, man. Everybody loved him in the building, and we know we had to get a job done for him.
It's been your only head coach out of Florida. You go to Florida, then you go to Andy Reid. And everybody, all of us, we know about the Hawaiian shirts and the mustache and the cheeseburgers, and we love that. But what is something maybe we don't know? What makes Andy Reid so special? Because you guys obviously love him.
Right. He's a people person. He always wants to know how you doing. Not even on the field, but off the field. Like he'll just come to you and be like, "How you doing today? Like, what's going on in your world?" So he always care about you. I think that's the biggest part of that we love about him. He cares about his people.
That's important. Now, before you go, I know you're still celebrating the Super Bowl victory, and you have more celebrating to do. but you're also a month away from hitting free agency. We're talking just a pure free agent. Why should you be one of the top receivers picked up, whether you sign back with the Chiefs or by another squad? What makes you special?
I bring a lot to the game. Just my down the field, my vertical plays I can make on the team, and I got a lot of speed. You know, a lot of us got a lot of speed on the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think I'm a guy that can make a lot of plays.
Okay, can I add to that? Is that all right? Let me translate, because I know you're trying to do the humble thing, and I can appreciate you. You know, your family raised you right. But you know, you're standing around, 6'3", 6'4", long frame. You know, you got to think about opportunities that are given with the Chiefs. I mean, they got Tyreek Hill. He's going to get the rock.
Right.
Travis Kelce. He going to get the rock.
Of course.
Sammy Watkins. He's a baller, too. Can't forget about McCall Hardman. Just think about every time you heard Demarcus Robinson's name come
100%.
up, he made a big play, which means limited opportunities with big splash plays. All I'm saying is, Chiefs, you better sign him, and you better try to break the bank. And if you're another team and you want you a #1 wide receiver, make sure you go get my guy Demarcus Robinson, because he's next up, and I promise you that.
What do you think?
Oh, man, I love it. Thank you, Nate. I appreciate it.
DeMarcus, you have incredible highlights. You're even dressed like a highlighter. I mean, look at this. This is DeMarcus. It's the same Pantone right here. You're the human highlight.
Thank you.
Yeah, what
Somebody
is it,
pay
what is it
this
about
man.
those splash plays, though? Because, listen, we look at the Chiefs and we think it's Tyreek Hill going deep, Travis Kelce making a touchdown. When you get your number called, what's going through your head?
Everything at the moment. We know a lot of, like you said, Tyreek can make plays, Travis can make plays, and when they give you an opportunity to make plays, you always want to be there in that moment to make a big play, to make a big splash. So in the next situation, they can have confidence in you to make another big play.
What does it feel like to win a Super Bowl?
Oh man, I don't even. Yeah, it's one of the wildest moments in the world.
Is it what you would expect it to feel like?
I didn't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel right now. I don't even know how to get it out of my mouth. It's just crazy moment. I'm just living it up right now, enjoying the process, actually.
You can't stop smiling.
Yeah, I can't
love
stop smiling.
Nate, Kate mentioned
We don't want to let you go.
We don't. You guys, the story of your team is the comebacks, and 10 in the fourth quarter is everything. 24-0, though, is a different story. Now, are you telling me on the sideline there was no doubt, like, man, maybe this is not our 24-0, DeMarcus?
I honestly don't think anybody had any doubt. Everybody come to each other and look at them and try to give them that look that we all have in our eye. We like, yo, let's go, pick it up right now. Like, this is time. And everybody did. And McCole came out on that kick return, man. He sparked us, and we was on head full of steam ever since then.
Now, I hope I'm not saying too much, because you shared some information with me a second ago. But how about this for Life is Good? You're young, you're good looking, you just won a Super Bowl, you're about to get paid, and you're expecting a baby girl on the way.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hey.
Yeah, baby girl
I see
on the
that
way.
smiling.
Hey, 2020 is starting off on one hell of a note. Congratulations, well deserved, anything, man. And if you need anything, come back on the show, man. We got your back here.
Of course.